Hey everyone, it's Amanda with Sweet Pieces. Welcome to our Facebook live event. What day is it? I don't even know. It's Wednesday. So I've been coming to you guys for quite a few months live now, and it's been such a strange time, and today feels even stranger. Another crazy chapter in this book that we're all living in, or this movie that we're all living in. So here on Long Island, we had a tropical storm yesterday. I think it lasted like all of several hours, and it created so much havoc. My neighborhood looks, if not worse than Sandy, definitely as bad as Sandy, minus the rain part, which, thank you God for that. So navigating the roads this morning was a little bit crazy, and last night, of course, we don't have power, and it's super hot, and it's just crazy. So I'm going to wait for you guys, a few of you, to jump on, because we have a fun Q&A session today. I have some really good questions that you guys submitted, so I'm excited to answer your questions. I'm coming to you today from Sweet Pieces, and we're in what we're calling our tropical room. We've had a lot of fun things going on here at Sweet Pieces. We got a bunch of brand new merchandise, some really great artwork, some new pieces of furniture. We have all kinds of goodies. So if you haven't had a chance to stop in, we would love for you to stop in. If you're not in the area, we also have all of the items available up on our website. So feel free to jump on over to sweetpieces.com and take a peek. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, because we're always posting all of the amazing vignettes that we have around the shop, which, by the way, are thanks to Michelle, who is sitting here with us, and she is amazing at what she does. I was sitting with my sister the other night. She was scrolling through Facebook, and she showed me a photo, and I was like, oh, where is that? And she was like, your store. And I was like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. So if you guys have been following along with us, I took over Aboff's design studio about a year ago, and we're really in the thick of it right now with an immensely reduced staff, and we're changing the way that we do business. And so I'm really not here at Sweet Pieces very often. I have a pretty amazing team that is holding it all together over here. And I've had to get really good at letting go of control. Am I doing okay? Am I doing all right with that? Julie, what say you? She says half and half. So I was just talking with the gals down at Aboff's, and I was saying how I was telling them this story about how I saw this photo, and I didn't realize it was my own shop. And I said, one of the most exciting things that we get to do here is to pick out merchandise and order it and, plan it around our vintage pieces and rooms and things like that. So I've been a bit less involved with that. So I get like the 30-second snippet, like this is what we want to order and you have to approve it. So that, that's been great. And then just seeing it a few days later or a few weeks later all set up is really exciting, but also it's crazy, where we are right now. So anyway, so yeah, I'm feeling like, I'm not really sure how I'm feeling today. I'm feeling, it's crazy. Like the energy is kind of crazy. We actually, during Sandy, we went 14 days without power at our house, and we didn't have a generator. So we learned from Sandy. We did end up getting a generator, and this is the first time that we've actually had to use it. So I'm really thankful for that. So thank you God for generators. But it's still just really weird. We turned it off last night because we want to be kind to the neighbors, and so that meant we had, no air conditioning, like I'm sure everybody else with power doesn't. But it was really hot and it was really quiet, which my daughter doesn't like. So she screamed and cried, and I had to bring her in bed with me, which is probably like time number 5 that I've ever done that. So I'm like very much against that as a mom. Like, I need my sleep. For you moms who sleep with your children, I give you a lot of credit. I just can't do it. But I had feet in my face all night. My husband had arms in his head all night. So we both got a terrible night's sleep. And I was reminded of the newborn years. So any inclination of maybe having another child kind of dissipated, when I woke up this morning from my 45-minute nap through the entire night. So anyway, I have some questions that we're going to answer today. What was that? We don't know. It was a crazy day yesterday. We had the railing from our building fell off the top of the building. It just was crazy. If you were here on Long Island, the winds were just absolutely insane. So let's jump in here. Let's answer some questions for you guys. So Anna has our first question. She has two questions, actually. So she's wondering about her staircase handrail. She's painting it in Jolie chalk type paint in pure white, one of my favorite colors, by the way. And she wants to know what to use to finish it so that it doesn't get dirty or stained from people's hands. So I think the best thing would be to seal it with like a top coat. So we like to recommend the high performance top coat by General Finishes. It's a really, really good top coat. It's very durable. It comes in several different sheens. We offer the flat, the satin, or the gloss. Satin is probably our most popular color, but maybe for a staircase you might want to go with the gloss. So as long as you put a few coats on that, I think it would hold up really, really super well. The other thing I do want to mention is that if you're painting in pure white and then you're using top coat, you can get like bleed through from the actual, like whatever the staircase is originally stained. So you want to just be careful because that could happen if you're sealing it with the top coat and not with the wax. So if you are going to paint it with the pure white, I would suggest that you seal it first, you prime it first with the stain blocking primer. If you haven't done that already and you've already painted it in the white, you could seal it with the top coat. If it doesn't yellow, then you're really, really lucky. If it does yellow, if you paint another coat of white over the top coat and then do another coat of top coat, that first coat of top coat will basically seal out any additional stains that might happen. So that's a way to get it done. So Anna's second question is, well, she can't find anything new in the stores that she likes for a bathroom vanity cabinet. So welcome to my world, Anna. I had the same situation. I found by the way, this is the stain blocking primer product. We rave about this all the time at Sweet Pieces. This is a proprietary formula that General Finishes uses. Hands down, the best on the market stain blocking primer. I've tried them all. They tested them all as well against this product. You won't find anything better on the market, I promise you. So it is a little bit of an investment. It's $45 a quart, but it's well worth it, and it does go a pretty long way. So going back to bathroom vanity cabinet, I had the same situation. I needed something very shallow, kind of small. I have a tiny little guest bathroom, and I found something at Home Depot. It was a cheapy vanity, but it was the perfect size. Wrong color, of course, but that's where Sweet Pieces comes in. So I use the Jolie chalk type paint. I actually used the Jolie wax to finish it. During quarantine, I actually showed you guys finishing it because I hadn't finished it before that, but it's been in my bathroom for about 2 years. So it did hold up pretty well without being finished at all, although the bathroom is like hardly ever used. But I did wax it. Now it gets used a lot. My daughter is learning how to swim, so she's also swimming in the bathtub, which is causing a lot of water to get splashed around my beautiful marble bathroom. So the vanity has definitely gotten a bit wet, and it's getting a lot of use. Now she's standing on her little stool and banging it into the bottom of it and washing her hands, and water is getting everywhere. She just turned 3 this past week, by the way. So we're getting into it now, and it's holding up beautifully. There is absolutely nothing that is wrong with it. There's not a chip or anything in it. So I definitely think that I would go that route to go ahead and use the Jolie chalk type paint. And if you want to use the wax, go for it. If you feel like you want a little bit of a more durability that you can like really scrub it down, and clean it, then I would say you can go ahead and use the high performance top coat in either flat satin or gloss. But again, if you're doing it in a white color, then you just want to make sure that you use the stain blocking primer first if you're going to use top coat over a white. So I think, or I'm sorry, yeah, that's another product that you can use is the Jolie Varnish, which is a brand new product that we offer. It's formulated to work with the Jolie chalk style paint. So it comes in low luster and gloss, and it's a brush-on product. But the same thing with that product, it is considered non-yellowing, which all of our top coats are considered non-yellowing, but it's really not the product that's yellowing when you get yellow. It's actually what's being pulled through from underneath. So you just want to be careful of that you're using the right product. So this is, what'd you say? Not primed. So this was not primed. So we got lucky on this one. It didn't really yellow. So yeah, we wanted to see what would happen with it. So this is the clear wax down here. This is the low luster varnish, and then this is the gloss varnish. So you can kind of see. And then this is it on black, same thing. So Anna, you're mentioning you don't want it shiny. The clear wax is going to give you the least shine. The low luster is next, and then obviously the gloss would be next. So it's a really super easy product to use. You know, after your paint is dry, you just brush it on and wait for it to dry. So either one of those products would be great. Okay. And Anna, you know, going back to the cabinet, there are so many different finishes that you could do with the Jolie. So it's definitely, you know, a good product to use for that, for sure. Okay. So the next question comes from Marianne and Kerry. And they have sent in photos of a table that they have for sale. And Kerry has some items to sell. So I wanted to just give you guys a little bit of a clue into how we do furniture sales here at Sweet Pieces. So, you know, as you come into our stores and you see all these amazing pieces that we have, some of which are here in this room, we purchase these from, you know, estate sales, garage sales, from clients that are downsizing. So if you have things that are for sale, you can certainly call us. So the way that the process works is that you will send us a text of the pieces that you have for sale, some photos, and then we will text you back and let you know if it's something that we're interested in. We can give you an idea on how much we usually pay for those types of items, and then if that is amenable to you, we will come and pick them up and remove them from your home. If you bring them to us, that's great too. Sometimes people will just, you know, they'll come by, they'll have like a mirror in their car and you know, sell it to us, and we will purchase it pretty much on the spot. You know, we try to help people understand that we're not buying antiques for their antique value. We are not Sotheby's, nor do I care to be. So we're really looking for things that we can take and, you know, upcycle to modernize it and bring it to today. And, you know, we do on occasion purchase pieces that we don't paint. But again, we're not looking really for like fine antiques. If that is something that you're looking for, you can certainly give us a call or shoot us an email, and we can try to help guide you in the right direction. But, you know, when we take a piece in, we do a lot of work with it. As I'm sure many of you who paint your own furniture pieces know, you know, we have to pick it up, we have to bring it back to the shop, we have to clean it. Sometimes we have to repair it. Then we're prepping it, we're painting it, we're sealing it, we're merchandising it, we're marketing it online. So we really, in order to be able to resell it for what we feel is fair that somebody would want to purchase, and we do try to keep our prices very reasonable, you know, we have like a certain basically baseline of what we would pay for particular pieces. So if you're interested, you would text the shop phone and we would give you an idea if it's something that we're interested in. And, you know, we don't take everything. So we do have to be a little bit, you know, picky about what we bring in, because we all know how much furniture is out there for sale. So we're, you know, it's pieces that are unique and special and things that we know that will sell over and over again. You know, clean line dressers, you know, dressers that have good storage, credenzas, media centers. What we see a lot of is china cabinets. If I had $10 for every china cabinet someone tried to sell, I wouldn't have to be running my own business. I mean, there are just so many china cabinets out there, and we will take them on occasion, but it depends on the piece, on the size, so all those types of things. So yeah, we're a little bit discerning about what we bring in. I will clue you into a little secret. We do also do a tiny bit of consignment with very select clients. For instance, this beautiful bench that I'm sitting on is from one of my design clients, as is this beautiful chest behind me. So these pieces, as you can see, they fit into the style very, very well. So we're not here to be a shop that just takes everything. We're not here to just, pack it all in. We want things that, you guys would really, really like. So if you have pieces that you feel are special and you want a place to sell them, you can certainly check in with us, and we'll be honest about if it's something that we will take or not, and you can make a decision on what you want to do from that point. Okay, so the next question comes from Alyssa, and she's asking about temporary wallpaper as a liner inside of a drawer. So this is one of my favorite ways to use temp paper. It's so easy to dress up in the drawer of something to have like a pretty liner paper on the inside. So how do you estimate that? So I'm a math person, so I love numbers and I like diagrams and I like kind of drawing things out and figuring out the dimensions. Temp paper, or what we carry, is either going to come in 20.5 inches wide or 27 inches wide, and depending on the product, we would tell you, how big it is. We can also help you to estimate how much you need. We carry a lot of our rolls, we do sell by the foot. So if you are just looking, maybe for like 10 feet or so, we can sell it to you. But if you just measure out your drawer and bring in the measurements, we can help you to figure out exactly how much. But, if it's 20.5 inches wide, basically you just need to know the depth of the drawer, and then that would give you how much temp paper you would need for that particular piece. Oh, and I have a pretty little piece right here. This is from one of our amazing vendors, Michelle. She is fantastic, does all this fun stuff. So she put a pretty temp paper on the inside of this. So this is your width here. So this would be the 20.5 or the 27. And then you would just measure the depth on it, to give you how much you would need. So easy peasy, and a great way to, that piece is just gorgeous. We're going to have to go visit that piece before we're done here. Okay, so hopefully that helps, Alyssa, and definitely get on in here and get those drawers all sassied up for sure. Okay, so Lisa has a question about if we have any vintage plaster or wood ceiling medallions. So, we do have some random ones kind of laying around the shop. At any given time, you could swing by the store and see all of the vintage goodies that we have. We don't have anything like in our DIY line that would actually create that, unless you wanted to use some of our effects moldings to basically dress up like a plain medallion, which you could definitely do. And maybe Julie will go grab me an effects molding. Basically, they're like latex moldings, so they're bendable, and you can apply them using rubber cement. Create any kind of design that you want. We have all different patterns to choose from. It is a special order item, so it's not anything that we have specifically. We don't have them all in stock. This is a random, this is a ceiling medallion that we currently have in stock. I think we have a couple of these. But, definitely this is the place to come when you're looking for unique home decor, because we always have something fun laying around. Scratch that, I didn't. And here's another one. So another little ceiling medallion. These are gorgeous. Man, I'm going to have to go shopping in my own store. And they just keep on coming. We have more. Oh my God, this is crazy. Okay, these are amazing. So these are more like wall hangings. Let's see. Wow, the prices on these are great. So this is like ceramic. I mean, it's heavy. It's heavy duty. So these would be gorgeous, like hanging up on the wall. So totally stop by Sweet Pieces and see what we have in stock, because it's ever changing and always something fun here. Okay, so next question is from Jackie. And she wants to know, she needs an idea on how she can make her oak kitchen cabinets look a little better and more up to date without painting them completely. Do we have any ideas for that? Okay, okay, so true confession, I did not read these questions before I came on air. So I'm just coming up with something out of left field here. So I think there's a couple things you could do, Jackie. You could either gel stain them. So gel stain is a general finishes product that basically, it's for wood, but you can use it on other things as well. The concept behind it is that you don't have to completely strip it down to its raw finish. You could just lightly scuff it, clean it with denatured alcohol, and then you can go ahead and apply a coat of gel stain. So if you were to do that on your kitchen cabinets, you will probably, if you just do one coat, you will probably still see some of that oak, but you'll probably hide a lot of that yellowy color that I think so many of us don't like about oak. And it might just be good enough, and you could just seal them with a coat of top coat after that and let it be. We have, gel stain comes in, I don't know, like maybe 10 different colors or so, and you could do like, there's like 3 grays that are really beautiful, so you could maybe do like a gray over the oak, which would give you like a gray brown type of a look, which is so in right now. I love mixing the grays and the browns together, which I didn't love about a year ago, but it's being done really well right now. So that's one option. The other option would be to do some sort of a wash over them with like either General Finishes or the Jolie paint. General Finishes, you can kind of thin out with the extender product that we carry and make it kind of like a glaze. So you could do a washed color over the oak and you know, maybe white, and give it like a whitewashy type of a look. These are the different grays that we carry with the gel stain. So the gray gel stain is more of a cool color. It has like a bluish undertone to it. So this might help to pull, again, that yellow out of the oak. And then my other favorite is the ash gray. It's more like a linen-y type of a color, which again is beautiful on top of oak. So you might want to give that a shot. And then, you know, like I said, you can also do like a glaze, you know, so you can either mix this glaze with the General Finishes milk paint, or you can mix the milk paint with extender, and just, you know, kind of do like a wash over them. What you could do to play around a little bit, Jackie, is maybe take off a door and do like the back sides of them, like sides, and then, you know, make your final decision. But I'm with you. I always tell you guys, I'm a lazy DIYer, so I like this kind of thought. So Jackie, if you end up tackling this, we definitely want to see some before and after pictures. So please make sure you send them in and tell us what you did. So Mary has a few questions. She wants to know, can she use chalk style paint on laminate kitchen cabinets that have a faux wood graining? So it kind of has some sort of a texture and some grooves. They're a light wood color. She wants to know if she uses a light colored chalk style paint, should she prime first with Kills or something similar? So yes, you can paint on laminate kitchen cabinets. It doesn't matter what they are, but these sound kind of cool that they have like a little bit of texture to them. If you use a light colored chalk style paint, should you prime first? So the answer to should you prime first depends on what the substrate is. So we know that the substrate is laminate in this case, and laminate tends to be a surface that is sealed. So if we put something on top of it, like a chalk style paint, and then we layer a top coat on top of that, like the Jolie varnish or the General Finishes high performance top coat, that top coat typically is penetrating, so it's going to pull through the paint that you just put on it plus the substrate, the laminate in this case, and it can pull up stains, dyes, tannins from underneath, which is what is going to cause that yellowing and that staining, which is why you prime. But since this is laminate and it's probably already sealed, you're probably not going to get anything that pulls through, but I can't guarantee it. So again, I'm a lazy DIYer, so I want to figure out the least amount of steps to get the best results. So what I would probably do, Mary, is I would test a door. I would do a door with, I would paint it, I would seal it, I would give it a few days, see if you see any yellowing or bleed through. If you don't, then you can proceed without having to prime. If you do get bleed through, or if you want to just be cautious and just do it right, so you don't have to go back and redo it, then I would highly recommend using the General Finishes Stain Blocking Primer first, and then put your paint on top, and then go ahead and put your seal on top of that. So Kills, I'm not going to say any, I never like to bash other products. Kills is a fantastic product. This is better, hands down, no doubt about it. The proof is in the pudding. So definitely I would recommend the Stain Blocking Primer. You want to make sure you do 2 coats of the Stain Blocking Primer. I've been burned. I've tried to get away with 1. It doesn't work. Take my advice. I promise. 2 coats will do it. So Mary's also asking if I work at all of the ABOFS locations. She lives near the Wantagh ABOFS, and she's wondering if I'm ever there. So we are, so ABOFS has 33 paint locations across Long Island. They currently have 5 design centers, which is the arm that I'm in charge of. So the design centers are currently located in Glen Cove, Plainview, Huntington, Syosset, and Rockville Center. So those are the 5 locations that have design centers. Those are the 5 locations that I visit on occasion. Right now, in this moment in time, we are currently operating the design centers by appointment only. So we're not open every single day just for walk-in clients. We are open every day for anything that clients need. So you would call the design center coordinator to make any kind of an appointment to come in for whatever. If you want to design window treatments, if you need to look at wallpaper, any kind of fabrics. We also do Hunter Douglas. Hunter Douglas products, by the way, are amazing. So any of those products that you want or need in your home, you just call us and you can make an appointment. I'm going to give you the number, and then I'm going to have Julie put it in the comments. It's 631-678-6868. So that is the design center coordinator, and when you call that number, hopefully you will get a friendly voice to answer, but if you don't, you leave us a message and we will get back to you ASAP. 631-678-6868. So basically, that's that. That's how the ABOFS is working right now. We are going through a bit of a transition. We have some really exciting things that are happening over at ABOFS. We're doing some renovations. Before COVID hit, we renovated the Syosset store, and now we are game on again. We're finishing all of that up. So, and now we're also starting to renovate some of the other locations. So I will keep you guys informed as to what is going on over there. But the paint side, however, is open, 7 days a week. Some of the stores are closed on Sundays for business. So anything that you need paint-wise, you could definitely hop on over there for that. For wall paint, of course. For your furniture paint, you're going to come to Sweet Pieces. So Mary also has a question about faux marbling, which is becoming so popular. I know. Any chance of an online Facebook session showing us how to achieve that look? I love that idea, Mary. Let's add that to the docket, Julie. And I have a couple thoughts in mind on how to achieve that. So I'm excited for that. That's a great idea, Mary. We're definitely going to do that. So stay tuned for that one. So Karina has our last question here, and she wants to know, she says she loves us. Thank you. We love that, Karina. That's so sweet of you. So she wants to know, what is the main difference between chalk paint and milk paint? Okay, so where do I start? Chalk paint is a brand name. So when we say Kleenex or Post-it, those are brand names, but they're kind of synonymous with, like, if you say Kleenex, you just think tissue. Like, hand me a Kleenex, it might not necessarily be a Kleenex. So chalk paint is technically Annie Sloan's trademark term for her paint. We used to carry Annie Sloan chalk paint. We no longer carry Annie Sloan chalk paint as of about 2 years ago. Annie Sloan moved her manufacturing from the United States, where we, Sweet Pieces, always purchased our paint that we sold here in the store, to Europe. The European version of the paint was very different from the US version that our customers were so used to, that we were so used to. So we had a very hard decision to make. Do we stick with the Annie Sloan name, or do we go in a different direction for consistency for our clients? And I am in this business for my clients, so we made the decision to go with Jolie chalk style paint, which is similar in the sense that it's the same concept, so no sanding, no stripping, no priming. It's actually made by the same manufacturer that made the Annie Sloan product that we always carried here in the store. And it has a very similar color palette, so if you had painted something in prior years in an Annie Sloan color that you purchased from us, we have really excellent matches for those colors in the Jolie line. So that's number one of what chalk paint is. Now, when Annie Sloan brought this paint to market here in the United States, it kind of set a wildfire on the DIY paint market, and lots of copycat brands began to come out. And a lot of people still today think that chalk paint is just paint with chalk in it, but that's not what it is. Again, it was a brand name. So it was about the type of paint that you don't have to sand, you don't have to strip, you don't have to prime. It has this very matte velvety finish, and it's sealed with the wax to give it a layer of sheen and protection. So being that the Jolie product is made by the same manufacturer that manufactured the original Annie Sloan product here in the United States, which is what all of our customers know and love, that to me is kind of like the true original. So we've continued to carry that product. We do have a lot of additional colors that are available, and the wax has been reformulated to an amazing buttery finish. It's fan-freaking-tabulous. If you didn't like the old wax, you would love the new wax, I promise. So anyway, chalk paint is kind of about, or chalk style, chalk type paints are about what's really not in them. You know, the ones that we carry didn't have any latex paint in them. So that's a really big thing. You know, latex paint is plastic. You know, if it dries on the side of the can, it's stretchy, it's peely. The paint you're going to get down at Abof's to paint your wall, Benjamin Moore, it's latex, it's stringy, it's you know, when it dries on the side of the can, you can, you know, kind of feel it off. That is not what the chalk style paint that we carry is like. It's more of like a stone. It's more mineral style paint. So it's crumbly. Like if it dries on the side of the can, it's crumbly. So it doesn't have that latex in it, which makes it very, very different. So you want to be careful as you're out and about and you're seeing all of these different chalk style paints on the market. If you really want the ones that are going to stick the best without having to do that yucky prep work, then you need to find one that does not have latex in it. I have not found one besides the Jolie paint that we now carry. So, and the Annie Sloan, but that now is completely different. There are some other things about it that are different from the Jolie paint, but we decided to go with Jolie paint. So that's chalk style paint, okay? And then we have mill paint. So mill paint, there's a couple different types of mill paint. So we have true mill paint, real mill paint, which is hundreds and hundreds of years old. It's made of 5 ingredients. It's made of casein, clay, limestone, chalk, and mineral and pigment. So when you take that powder and you mix it with water to create the paint, it's going to have like a thin consistency to it. When you paint it on raw wood, it will never ever chip or peel away because it's essentially absorbing into the furniture, staining it. It's going to have this really pretty limestoney shimmer to it. But if you take that powdered mill paint that you've mixed with water and you paint it on something that has a finish, then it can chip and peel in a rustic fashion and give you like that farmhouse, chippy type of a look from something that's been wearing an old barn for many, many years. We used to carry that paint. We do still have some left here. It wasn't really a look that our customers loved. So we, we're all about customers. What do our customers love? So we discontinued that product, and like I said, we do still have some here available. The new type of milk paint that we now carry is General Finishes milk paint, and we call it General Finishes furniture paint because it's not really milk paint. Like I said, a true milk paint comes in powder form. So this product, however, is more of a modern milk paint finish. That was why they named it milk paint, because it's similar in the sheen to like true milk paint, but you can never get that chippy, rustic look that you get with milk paint, like true milk paint. But this paint is amazing. This is what we recommend when you want like a smooth, modern finish. If you're like painting kitchen cabinets with solid white, General Finishes is the way to go. It's really, really easy to work with. There is a little bit of prep work that goes along with this product. So you do have to lightly scuff sand. You need to also clean it with denatured alcohol and water. You need to make sure there's no dust. But it's a very, very durable product. So you can be confident that your pieces are going to hold up really, really beautifully. And also, I hate to say that they look like a professional finish, because not that our other pieces don't, but they look more factory finished as opposed to something that's like a little bit old world and Swedish and like it's kind of aged with time. So that's kind of the difference between the two. No prep work involved with the Jolie chalk style paint. More like old world layered types of finishes, and then with the General Finishes product, there is a little bit of prep work, but you're going to get a shinier, smoother, more modern finish, more factory type looking finishes. So those are the two. And then like if I'm saying like which one is easier, I mean, before I started working with this product, I would say Jolie is way easier, but they both have their easiness factors. Once you understand that this product doesn't take a ton of prep work, which I hate prep work, so I was really against using this product in the beginning, but it really isn't a lot. It just takes a couple extra minutes, and it really makes the project really, really beautiful. So I know my mom chimed in here, and she was looking for, she has a Vanity. It's made of cardboard. So it's probably made of MDF, which is, it's medium density fiberboard is what it stands for, but basically it's compressed wood chips, which essentially is like a cardboard. And if it gets wet, it will start to bubble, and it's unfixable at that point. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. So what I would suggest, first of all, you can use either one of our paint products on it. You can use either the Jolie chalk style paint, or you can use the General Finishes. I would just say that you really want to make sure that you seal it, because if it gets wet, it can crumble. So like, I wouldn't do Jolie chalk finish paint and put a wax on it and just leave it as a vanity, because you could spill makeup, you could spill, if you have a glass of water or something there, that is going to ruin it. The wax is not waterproof. It's water repellent, not waterproof, so it can still get wet. Now, if you seal it with the high performance top coat, or the exterior, no, I wouldn't seal it with the exterior 450. I would seal it with a high performance top coat. That will seal it, so then you won't have to worry about it getting wet. It would be protected from that. So that would be my recommendation, Mom. And what was the other question we had? Oh yeah. So the other thing is that with both paints, the General Finishes and the Jolie, you can use a sprayer, which makes everything even so much more easier. So we now carry them here at Sweet Pieces because we were recommending them so much, and they're amazing, and we use them all the time. So we have the Home Right sprayers by Wagner now, and then the DIY Studio sprayers by Wagner. So the Home Right is a little bit larger. It's good for bigger pieces of furniture. The Wagner DIY Studio sprayer is smaller. It's great for smaller items. So if you have like, really intricate candlesticks or lamp bases, small things like a little chair with spindles, like that kind of stuff is really easy to spray with the sprayers. It makes your life so much easier. So we have both of those products available here at Sweet Pizza, so you can come in any day and pick them up. Do we have any other questions? No other questions? So before I go, I want to, all throughout quarantine, I was kind of telling you guys about what I was doing and how I was staying upbeat and positive, and I want to add something to my list. So I'll just go over my list here. So get your body moving. Make sure that you're always moving, whether it's taking a walk with family, which I'm seeing so much more now of in my neighborhood, and I love that. Do some yoga. Yoga, I think, is so fantastic. It stretches you out, and it gets the blood flowing, and it gets everything going in your head. And I suffer from headaches, so yoga has helped me tremendously with my headaches, so I highly recommend that. I like to do Beachbody On Demand. So Beachbody On Demand is it's an app, and you download it. It's $99 for the entire year. And you have access to all of their programs, so like 21 Day Fix and P90X and Insanity and Beachbody Yoga Studio, and there's all kinds of Pilates and Kayo and bar routines on there, so it's really fantastic. I don't like to go to the gym normally, but now that the gyms are closed, I know so many of you are probably looking for an outlet. This is a really great outlet. You don't need a lot of space. You can, I go right down in my basement. I have a little room, and I do it down there. It's a really nice little getaway, which is good. And so get your body moving. Make sure you're drinking lots of water. Last week when I came to you guys, I think I was going through a major bout of dehydration. I literally thought I was going to pass out on screen because I definitely was not drinking enough water. I was running from place to place and not taking care of myself. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. You can't take care of everybody else if you're not taking care of yourself. Make sure you're filling your mind with positive, good stuff. We are so inundated right now with negativity. It's insane. You log on social media and there's tons of negativity. You turn on the television and the media just loves to throw negativity at us. Drama, drama, drama. About day 3 of quarantine, I turned my television off and stopped watching the news because I was like, this is making me so depressed. And I just feel that with the age we live in, if there's something that you need to know that's going on, we will get an alert on our phone. So I just felt like, you know what, I can get my daily recap of the news in an email from Governor Cuomo, and Newsday is going to be sure to alert me of any major happenings. So I don't really need to sit and watch the news all day. So I feel like you need to fill your mind with some good, positive stuff. I love looking for positive, upbeat podcasts. I love Audible. I listen to Audible constantly, all the time. So I'm always, listening to books on tape and positive, good stuff, filling your head with that. 95.5 K-Love, my favorite radio station right now. Positive, uplifting music all the time. And then one of the things that I've gotten into is meditation. And I've talked to you guys about meditation, but I have a therapist. I mean, everybody does, right? Everybody should have a therapist. You should always be able to talk to somebody. Yes, I see you raising your hands here. Because you got to get outside of your head sometimes. You can't be in your head all the time. You need to be able to talk it out with other people. So one of the things my therapist has been recommending to me is to do meditation. And it's not, I didn't understand, why would you do meditation? What's the point of it? So the point of it is that it helps you be mindful. So I have a problem. I bite my cuticles. Okay, I'm telling you my secrets today. I don't bite my nails. I bite my cuticles. So, I couldn't get my nails done during quarantine. So my cuticles look like a wood. Okay? I don't know if any of you noticed that on camera with me, but they were a war zone. So because you're nervous, and this is the way that I take out my nerves. So, my therapist kept saying you have to, meditation is about becoming mindful, and when you are conscious of what you're doing, you can make decisions on whether or not you want to do it. And sometimes, all the time, when we're not mindful, we're making decisions based on our emotions and how we feel. So when you can become mindful, which is kind of like stepping outside of yourself and watching what is happening, it's a lot easier to make a decision on how to react to it. So that is what meditation has done for me in the last few weeks, is to help me become more mindful, more conscious, and I feel like I'm making better decisions. Instead of becoming upset or emotional about something, I'm kind of stepping outside of myself and saying, okay, how am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling this way? And how do I want to react instead of, just reacting? So that's been really, really helpful for me. It's also made me very aware of my biting, and I'm able to make that decision. Like, oh wait, I'm bringing my finger to my mouth. Why am I doing this? I don't want to do this. I don't want to bite my finger. So I wanted to share that with you guys because I think it's really important, and it's certainly helping me. The app that I'm using for that, I love my app, is called Waking Up. So the guy Handrail that does all of these meditations, he's been doing this for forever. His voice is so calming, it's amazing. And I'm going through the course right now. It's if you log on, you'll get like his first 6 for free, and then the full course is 50 meditation. There's 10 minutes. Who does not have 10 minutes a day? So what I've been doing is I work out in the morning for about 30 minutes, and then I immediately sit down in my disgusting, dirty, sweaty workout clothes, and I do the meditation right there. So it's great because I am waking up and exercising my body, and then I'm kind of calming my mind. So it prepares me for the day. So when I first got on camera, I said, I'm not really sure how I'm feeling today because I think, maybe 4 weeks ago, if this happened, I'd be feeling really anxious today. I'd be feeling really overwhelmed. I probably would have had a crying fit this morning. Or yesterday when I saw the tree knock over my fence that we paid for. It was a lot of money. And so I was able to, I'm kind of stepping outside of it. I can't control this. It is what it is. And I'm just trying to be at peace with it. So I know God's always in control, so you got to kind of keep that at the forefront of your mind. So anyway, I hope that is helpful for you guys in some way. I hope that you guys jump on to the app, Waking Up, and do a little bit of meditation. If you do decide to do that, I would love to hear from you, hear how it's going. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. I hope you have an awesome rest of the week and an upcoming weekend. I think it's going to be beautiful here on Long Island, so it'll be a great beach weekend. Get out of all these crazy neighborhoods that have all the trees down and everything. Do we have any other questions or anything before we go? No? All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you soon. Thanks so much for watching.
Thanks for watching. Want to learn more? Subscribe now.